Hello everyone, you are welcome to today's lesson, and in today's lesson we are going to look at the solution to the algebraic expression lesson 7 assignment. Okay, so please stick and stay with me whilst I walk you through the solution. Okay, and I will address your concerns, the concerns that came to bear in your various submissions, having gone through them. All right, so quickly, let's look at the approach to dealing with the question. Okay, I've told you anytime a question is given, read the question and underline the salient part. That's the first thing that you are supposed to do in the quest, okay, to protect your marks. So what do we do? Okay, factorize the following. So we are just asked to factorize the following expressions. So we have these two expressions to factorize. Okay, so no salient parts to underline. After that, what you write is what solution. So if you want to write the question, you write the entire question here, meaning everything here, okay, followed by your solution. Then, questions are numbered because we want you to number your solutions. So if you fail to number your solution, okay, when the questions are numbered, okay, it comes with a risk, a huge risk. And I've told you that you can sometimes lose all the marks. And if you fail or equally fail to number precisely, okay, this is A, this is B, but you numbered 1, 2. Okay, you are not giving the solution to these questions that you have here or expressions that you have here. Please take note because your numbering is not tallying. It should correspond exactly. So take note. Let this be the last time you do such mistakes. Okay, so now let's go and look at solution to the first question, which is the A. All right. So this is it. So after writing solution, the next thing that you write will be your question number. Questions are numbered because we want you equally to number your solution. Don't forget. So you write A, then you come and extract the expression that you are asked to factorize. You can choose not to write the given, but this is not a matter of choice. You are supposed to extract this expression that you are asked to factorize. And please, you don't write equal to. You don't write equal to, you only extract this. So you just copy and paste, you write it here. Now where you have your first equal to is where you are going to have an input. You are going to do something to the expression, and that would be your first step. So remember, I've told you that any factorization question, okay, the first question you ask yourself, do I have a common number, a common variable, or both that I can bring out? Okay, these two never skip anytime you are dealing with factorization. So do I have a common number, which is a common numerical factor? So my numerical coefficient will be 3, 12. Between 3 and 12, yes, I have a common factor, which will be 3. Okay, so I bring that one out. Okay, so that one brought out. If I bring that one out, I ask myself, do I have a variable that I can bring out? Okay, no. The variable common, no. So it means I introduce my bracket. So I know my first factor. I'm going to get my second factor, which will be in the bracket that I have here. So how do I get the terms in bracket? I know that because I have two terms here, I will get two terms in bracket. So how do I get the term? The first term, it will be this one divided by what you took out. So the 3 will cancel, you'll be left with this. Okay, and the minus will come. This one also divided by what you took out will give you this because 3 will go here 4. So you get 4a squared, b squared. And some of you fail to factor out the 3. Remember the advice in the lesson 7. Okay, so we are going strictly by that. So after that, you come and write equal to. All right, so you have done your factorization. Okay, however, I can see that yes, my factorization is not complete because the expression that I have in the second factor, okay, I can see my first term, obviously a quantity squared. My second term, also obviously a quantity squared. So in that case, I can see minus between them. So this goes to tell me that I can use factorization by grouping to deal, did I say, forgive me, difference of two squares factorization to deal with this. Okay, so difference of two squares, I have to make sure that my terms that I'm finding the difference, okay, they are explicit. That is, I have a particular value squared, another value was squared. Okay, so that I will see that obviously it will be what? Difference of two squares. So by that, okay, I know if I have x, okay, squared y squared, I can write this as xy, the whole of that in bracket squared. Okay, and again, this one too, okay, the 4 here is the same as 2 squared. So I will get 2 squared, a squared, b squared, and I can also write that one as 2ab, the whole of that squared. Take note. Okay, so now once I introduce the brackets here, okay, I introduce my outer bracket as a square bracket. Okay, so at this point, you know your next step is to factorize this. In any case, that was what you intended doing. That's why you had to write this as what? A quantity explicitly squared. Explicit quantity also squared. Okay, you cannot write this as those of you wrote 4ab squared. Obviously, you should know that 4 squared will give you 16. 16 is not what is here. So if you expand this, you should get this. If you are not going, if you remove the bracket here and you don't get this, there is something wrong. If you remove the bracket here, you don't get this, there is something wrong. So take note so that you don't repeat such a mistake. So at this point, per experience, we know that the next step will land at our last answer. Okay, which means we have to sum these two quantities as one factor and find the difference, okay, in as another factor. So it will be 3. Then you know if you have x squared minus y squared, that one will factorize into x plus y in one bracket, x minus y in another. So that's what we are going to do. So the whole of this is now your x, the whole of this is your y. So in one bracket, this plus this, which is what we have here. In another bracket, this minus this, which is what we have here. So that gives you your answer. And anywhere here, if you fail to bring the 3, take note. Some of you did this, you didn't write a 3 and you wrote equal to. Obviously, this step cannot be equal to this. Even if you do what you have here in brackets here correct, it cannot be equal to unless there is 3 here. Once the 3 is missing, this is not equal to this. So in that case, you get M0. Even if you come and draw the right conclusion, you'll be marked down because your conclusion must be stemmed, okay, from this step. So if it doesn't come directly from this step, if 3 is not here, 3 cannot be in your conclusion. So take note. All right, that's just by the way. Now quickly, let us go and look at the solution to question B. So again, you extract what you are given. Then, okay, this is what we are giving expression to factorize. Your first step, you introduce equal to. So now what do we do? Okay, I can see a quantity directly squared. I can see another quantity. Okay, also I can see square on this. But because of the 4, it is not a direct quantity squared. But I know that 4 is the same as 2 squared. So just as I explained here. So it means it's the same as 2 squared, a squared. And 2 squared, a squared is the same as 2a all squared. So that gives us this. This will be kept intact. Okay, so at this point, you can see your obvious quantity that you are squaring and you are finding the difference. So difference of 2 squares, obviously. So now you know, okay, your first factor, so this will be equal to your next step. First factor will be this plus this, but because one of your terms in the expression that you are squaring is what? A binomial. It means your outer bracket obviously will be a square bracket, you know. Even if you use the ordinary bracket, you have to end up using the bigger ordinary bracket. And I've told you it will not be, okay, costly, only that we should learn the right thing and learn to do the right thing. Okay, so in this case, I will have the whole of this is my x, the whole of this is my y. So in one bracket, x plus y, in another bracket, x, okay, minus y. Remember, the whole of this is your x, the whole of this is your y, like I said, so in another bracket. So now you cannot end here. Remember, you cannot conclude where you have a square bracket or you have a bracket inside a bracket. So you have to come and remove the inner bracket here, which is the ordinary bracket, and do same here in this factor. So if you do that, you know that this is 1. There is 1 here, to be 1 times this time, okay, and the 1 times this. So if you remove, you get a plus b for this, then plus 2a. You close it, you come and do same here. A plus b, okay, then minus 2a. That will give you this. So at this point, what do? You know in this bracket, you can equally not end here. After expansion, you should always check whether you have like terms to combine. And obviously, we can see like terms. This and this are like terms. So if you add, you get 3a, then plus your b. That will be your first factor simplified. Your second factor, you are going to get a minus 2a. That will give you minus a. And remember, I told you, hold on. Okay, anytime you are writing an expression and you want to write a first term and the first term is negative, check whether you have other terms that possibly you could write. And if one of the terms is positive, start with that one. So it means you have to shelve the negative for now. So negative A will be shelved, but my next one will be B. So instead of writing minus A plus B, it will be better you write the B minus A as a simplified version of this, just as you were advised. Any expression, before you start with negative, make sure that there is no positive terms in that expression. Okay, otherwise start with a positive term. Okay, so on this note, I think I've addressed all your concerns, your major concerns. If you have any outstanding concerns, please don't forget to let me know through, okay, or via the comments, okay, in my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Okay, God bless us all.